The dark side of content creation. We're going to talk about that today as I eat my melon out here in El Salvador. I made a video about this before, about falling into what I call the documentation trap, okay? It's the need to want to document everything. It's the need to feel like, sorry, I'll pause my music right here. It's the need to feel like every moment has to be captured. And you have a reason to capture every moment because the so-called experts online will say, build your personal brand, right? Document everything for your personal brand, for your audience, especially the authentic moments. That's when you're really being authentic. Not just the successes, not just the times where you're on top of the world, but the times where you're going through it and you're, trying to make it out of whatever you're going through. And those moments are real, you know what I mean? A lot of times people are documenting the true moments, but by you documenting that, is that still a true moment then? Or are you subconsciously or unconsciously acting out in a way for the video of, being more dramatic or filming it multiple times? How many of us are guilty of, us content creators, us making videos, how many of us are guilty with just constantly redoing something or telling someone, hey, you mind positioning yourself like that again? And this is the dark side of content creation because it's not real life. It's not real living. I want to make a real video just like this, like while I'm eating my melon at what time is it? 4 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon in El Salvador. I'm not gonna redo this. I'm not gonna have multiple takes. I'm not gonna present myself in a way that I'm not. I'm not gonna wear a mask. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be real. And this is what we need: more raw cut videos like this, hopefully providing some value to you. Because content creation, man, I don't know what's worse, the consuming side of social media or the producing side of social media. Most people would say, oh, consuming is so worse, doom scrolling, it's frying your dopamine receptors and all this. Fair, very fair. It is horrible. But we don't talk enough about the side that everyone wants to romanticize, which is the content creator, which is almost like you're almost like acting out like a celebrity if you think about it. Camera's on you all the time, not other people's camera, but your camera. You're documenting your whole life, and the mind is not made to be constantly stimulated like that. Every moment's captured. You reading a book, you journaling, your entire routine, what you ate. And I'm very guilty of this. This is why I'm making this video, because I'm very guilty of it. And I still am guilty of it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still catching myself recording things, and there's no value, you know what I mean? Like, I ask myself, okay, well, you know what? If I make this video, is there value in it? Am I impacting people? Am I spreading a good message at least? But just for entertainment purposes, I mean, it's a waste of time. You build your audience, by what cost? You make money, maybe make money. There's a crazy amount of people, like maybe it's like 90% or 80% or something, a large percentage of content creators make no money. So now you have all these people making videos and sacrificing the present moment, the only thing that's real, for views, for some followers, maybe some followers too. It's not even a given. A lot of these people make videos like myself, and I didn't even have many followers. And I'm like, why am I even doing this in the first place? You see, people move on from school, from college, from the matrix, right? This matrix of corporate 9 to 5 or whatever it may be, right? They've woken up. Great, you woken up. But then what are they doing? They're falling into another trap, a new matrix. There's a matrix in a matrix. There's constant matrices. And I realize you're never going to be able to actually fully escape the matrices unless you're maybe becoming a monk or becoming somebody who's disassociated with society. There'll always be a matrix because you got to find a way to make money and exchange value to other people, and it's just very complicated. But you have to ask yourself, what matrix am I in? What trap am I falling in? You know what I mean? People think they're so awakened and they're so, these spiritual people, these people that understand the world and reality and how to live their life. But they're slaves to their phone every second. They're just recording every second. And look, their life looks amazing from social media. Like, looks amazing. You got the nice music, the nice different reactions and enthusiasm, and that's the point. Do you get that is the point. The people that are recording their whole lives are oftentimes miserable. I think almost all of them have to be not experiencing life to the fullest. They have to, unless if somebody may be recording them. But even then, just to be able to subconsciously know there's a camera on you, I don't know. I feel so qualified to talk about this because that was me. That was me. I thought I had an artificial dream, I'm going to call it. An artificial dream from an artificial screen. That rhymes. Artificial dream from an artificial screen, right? This screen implants artificial things because it's all artificial, right? Dreams come from a higher up calling, from something that is not going to come from an algorithm. And these algorithms fed me this idea of becoming a YouTube content creator, full-time, traveling the world, travel content creator. And I went after it last year. I went to Philippines. I went to the nicest beaches you could imagine, the nicest places, the most insane experiences, adventures. And I realized, in the moment I knew it in the back of my mind, but I didn't want to accept this truth, only until after I looked back on it, I wasn't experiencing life to the fullest, and that hurts. That hurts. Because it doesn't matter where you are externally. If you're not there internally, your mind's not right, you're constantly thinking of the next video to shoot, the people to get a video with, the locals to interview, the food to take pictures of, you are missing out, my friend. I swear to God, I'd rather be, and this sounds crazy, but I'd rather be somewhere a little bit boring, a little bit not much to do, let's just say. Somewhere hopefully nice, just one location, and not adventure out, than to adventure out, to travel the world and go to all these places, but being totally attached to the screen, totally attached to content creation. I never want to do that again. I still want to travel the world, and I still want to document some things here and there, but do it in a way where it's tastefully done for other people to see, and do it in a way where it's not taken away from the moment. We lose ourselves in the pursuit of this artificial thing for constant validation. The worst part is that destination is never coming. It's never coming. It's like there's like the rat race, right? The rat chasing the cheese. This is a new rat race. The cheese is not money this time. Cheese is money for the corporate people, for the people going to Wall Street, people in finance, you could say, people in cubicles. There's the cheese, the money. They're constantly chasing and they want more and more money. Consumerism, constantly keeping up with the Joneses, all this kind of stuff. But then there's a new race. The cheese is then the external validation. It's how could I get all this external validation? How could I feel like I'm important, like I matter? And that is super dangerous. That is super dangerous. That's a game you don't want to play. You want to opt in out of that game as fast as you can. For me, it took some time. I had to chase after the cheese to realize that I got the fruit right in front of me. The fruits of my labor is right here. No, but like the cheese is right here, you could say. I am the cheese, you could say. You are the mozzarella, brie cheese, whatever you want to be kind of cheese, you know what I mean? For real. But it's hard. This all sounds easy at first to be in the moment and all that, but shit, I get it. You want to make money doing social media. I do too. How awesome is that? To be able to impact others, inspire others, and do it from your screen, not have to work an in-person job, not to work for a boss. That's how they get you. I don't want to say they get you, but that's how this ecosystem is run, you could say. It's all done purposely. because there's so many rewards, material possessions. The material is not the problem. Money's not a problem. Money is just a tool. And that is also a whole other topic of like, I'm not saying money is inherently bad. We need to make money. Money is a part of our way to live. That's a part of, it's an energetic exchange, receiving and giving, right? But finding a healthier way to do that. So rather maybe going all out in social media, maybe you go like 25% social media, and you find different mediums, or you find just better ways to express yourself online than Instagram Reels, than constant attention-grabbing videos like Substack. I like to write now. I'm on Substack. It's a healthier, more organic alternative to social media. Well, it's still social media, but to Instagram and TikTok, you could say. You know, I don't feel guilty when I'm scrolling on there or as much because there's no videos. It's just writing and pictures. Anyways, that's everything for this video. Hope you enjoyed it while I was eating my melon. Just such an important topic that not enough people are talking about. Not enough people are talking about. And I'm not saying to quit social media. I'm not saying to do that. I'm not doing that. I contemplating that. You know, I took 30 days off from social media, and boy, did I not want to go back. But it's a great opportunity. I'm not gonna lie. It's an amazing opportunity. It's like the gold rush back then, you know, but this time, instead of physical gold, it's, I guess, digital gold, you could say. People's attention, people, you know, wanting to be inspired by you, wanting to be impacted by you. It's real. So yeah, that's everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you don't know who I am, my channel, if you're discovering this video for the first time, maybe you are, then I'm Jared, and I'm hosting trips around the world for entrepreneurs and creatives, people that want to be less digital, more in real life. So very analogous to this video, you could say. I'm gonna host the next trip soon, in April, somewhere close to here in El Salvador in Central America. So I'm really excited about that. So if you feel called to maybe be a part of it and experience real life, deep connections, finding your tribe and all that, with entrepreneurs, creatives, artists, you name it, then just subscribe, or you can follow me on Instagram, Jared_. I'll be posting a ton of stuff there. And yeah, that's everything, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.